Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 2nd and 3rd February. First question is, which country's aerospace industries has signed $93 million Naval MRSAM deal with Indian Navy? Right answer is Israel. So Israel Aerospace Industries has recently signed agreement with Indian Navy. The agreement is to provide Naval MRSAM systems to India. MRSAM stands for Medium Range Surface to Air Missile. Surface to Air Missile means it can be launched from surface and it will hit the target in the air. If we talk about Israel, it is a Middle East country. Israel was also in news recently as USA and Israel formally left UNESCO. Israel was also in news as recently India-Israel Innovation Center was opened in Bengaluru in Karnataka. Apart from that, Israel recently became 38th member of FATF. FATF stands for Financial Action Task Force. The headquarters of FATF is in Paris, in France. Israel was also in news because recently Australia has recognized West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Jerusalem is a disputed territory. The Prime Minister of Australia is Mr. Scott Morrison. Next question is, what is the theme of 2019 World Leprosy Day? Right answer is ending discrimination, stigma and prejudice. So every year the last Sunday of January is observed as World Leprosy Day to increase the awareness about leprosy. It is also known as Hansen's disease, and the theme of this year World Leprosy Day was ending discrimination, stigma and prejudice. If we talk about the most important days of January, 1st January is Global Family Day and World Peace Day. 4th January is World Braille Day. 9th January is Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. The event was celebrated in Varanasi and the Prime Minister of Mauritius was the chief guest. 15th January is Army Day. 12th January is National Youth Day as it is the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekanand. 24th January was celebrated as first ever International Day of Education, while 25th January is National Voters Day and 26th January is the Republic Day of India as well as International Customs Day. The theme of this year International Customs Day was Smart Borders for Seamless Trade, Travel and Transport. In addition to that, the 27th January was observed as International Holocaust Remembrance Day to commemorate the tragedy of Holocaust that occurred during Second World War. Next question is, who is newly appointed Director General of National Cadet Corps? Right answer is Mr. Rajiv Chopra. Mr. Rajiv Chopra is the new DG of NCC. If we talk about NCC, it is world's largest uniformed youth organization. The headquarters of NCC is in New Delhi and presently Mr. Rajiv Arora is the Director General of NCC. If we talk about few other appointments in recent time, recently Mr. Sudhir Bhargav has been appointed as Chief Information Commissioner. Mr. A.K. Sikri has been nominated as Executive Chairman of NALSA. Mr. Kumar Rajesh Chandra has been appointed as Director General of SSB. Mr. Vinod Kumar Yadav has been appointed as Chairman of Railway Board. Mr. Shaktikant Das has been appointed as RBI Governor, while Mr. Krishnamurthy Subramaniam has been appointed as Chief Economic Advisor. Mr. Sunil Arora has been appointed as Chief Election Commissioner and Mr. Arvind Saxena has been appointed as UPSC Chairman. Mr. Nageshwar Rao Guntur has been appointed as Chairperson of Atomic Energy Regulatory Board and Mr. Jalad Srivastava has been appointed as Chairperson of Inland Waterways Authority of India. Next question is, the National Salt Satyagraha Memorial is located in which of the following districts of Gujarat? Right answer is Navsari. Recently, Prime Minister Mr. Modi dedicated the National Salt Satyagraha Memorial at Dandi in Navsari district of Gujarat. It was dedicated to the nation on the death anniversary of Gandhiji. If we talk about Gujarat, it was in news recently as it is India's first state to implement 10% quota to economically weaker sections of general category. Gujarat was also in news as recently Prime Minister Mr. Modi inaugurated India's first armored systems complex in Surat in Gujarat. This complex has been built by Larsen and Toubro. Gujarat was also in news as it was the partner state of 2018 International Gita Festival. The 2018 International Gita Festival held in Kurukshetra in Haryana. Mauritius was the partner country And recently, the Prime Minister of Mauritius, Mr. Pravind Jugnauth, was the chief guest of Pravasi Bharatiya Divas event. This event held in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Next question is, the 2019 International Conference on Guru Padmasambhava was held in which of the following cities? Right answer is New Delhi. This event held in New Delhi. It was organized by Center for Escalation of Peace. The conference was dedicated to the 50 years of diplomatic relationship between India and Bhutan. If we talk about New Delhi, recently Prime Minister Mr. Modi also inaugurated Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Museum in New Delhi. Apart from that, the recent Raisina Dialogue also held in New Delhi. It was fourth dialogue. The theme of this dialogue was a world reorder, new geometries, fluid partnerships, uncertain outcomes. This was organized by Ministry of External Affairs in association with Observer Research Foundation. New Delhi was also in news as the government of Delhi has proposed a specialized treatment facility for the birds. Apart from that, the Petrotech conference will also be in New Delhi. It is an event organized by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. The theme of this event is Shaping the New Energy World Through Innovation and Collaboration. Next question is, ISRO has launched Human Space Flight Center in which of the following cities? Right answer is Bengaluru. So ISRO has launched the Human Space Flight Center at its headquarters in Bengaluru for the Human Spacelift Program. This HSFC, that means Human Space Flight Center, will be responsible for the implementation of Gaganyaan project. If we talk about ISRO, ISRO is Indian Space Research Organization and presently Mr. K. Sivan is the chairman of ISRO. ISRO was also in news as recently it has started Samvad initiative for the students. In addition to that, ISRO also started Young Scientist program under which 3 school students will be selected from each state as well as from each union territory, and then they will be given lectures on space. Next question is, which of the following countries have officially set up a payment channel with Iran called INSTEX? Right answer is Germany, France and UK. So recently, Germany, France and UK have officially set up a payment channel with Iran. The name of this payment channel is INSTEX. It stands for Instrument in Support of Trade Exchange. The objective of this payment channel is to continue trade with Iran and to bypass US sanctions. US has reimposed sanctions on Iran after the withdrawal from Iran nuclear deal. If we talk about Iran nuclear deal, officially it is known as Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, that means JCPOA. In 2015, Iran agreed a long-term deal on its nuclear program with P5+1 countries, that means with US, UK, France, China, Russia and Germany. And recently, that means in 2018, US President Mr. Donald Trump abruptly quit this JCPOA, and that's why USA has reimposed sanctions on Iran, and now Germany, France and UK have set up this payment channel so that they can bypass sanctions of USA and continue trade with Iran. If we talk about Iran, Iran was also in news. Recently, India took over the operations of strategic Chahabar port. Chahabar port is a India-Iran joint venture. There was one more port which was in news. It was Sitwe port. It is in Myanmar, and recently it was in news that India is all set to take over the operations of Myanmar's Sitwe port. There was one more port which was in news recently. JNPT, that means Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, was in news as it is the only Indian port that is in the list of top 30 container ports. The list was released by Lloyd's report. Next question is, who has become the first female cricketer to play 200 ODIs? ODI stands for One Day International. Right answer is Miss Mithali Raj. So Miss Mithali Raj have become the first female cricketer to play 200 ODI matches. She achieved this record when she played third ODI against New Zealand. If we talk about women's cricket, recently ICC awards were announced, and as per those awards, Miss Smriti Mandhana of India became the ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year as well as ICC Women's ODI Player of the Year. Miss Alyssa Haley of Australia became the ICC T20 Player of the Year, while Miss Sophie Ecclestone became the ICC Amazing Player of the Year. ICC stands for International Cricket Council, ICC was also in news as recently Mr. Manu Sahani has been named as new CEO of ICC. The present CEO of ICC is Mr. David Richardson, and Mr. Manu Sahani will take charge from July 2019. Next question is, the newly named Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade will come under which union ministry? Right answer is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, that means DIPP, has been renamed as Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So now this Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade will take care of issues related to internal trade. Earlier, the matters related to internal trade were under the domain of Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Next question is, a music and dance festival, Sopan 2019, has started in which of the following cities? Right answer is New Delhi. So, a music and dance festival, Sopan 2019, has started in New Delhi. The objective of this festival is to encourage young and upcoming artists to take traditional art forms. The fest has been organized by Sahitya Kala Parishad and Delhi government in association with North Delhi Municipal Council. Thank you, and that's all for the day.